Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, Tesla just made payments a little bit worser. It seems like Tesla is sticking to their words, and incentives, promotions, everything is going to get worse as we get closer to the end of the $7,500 federal tax credit on September 30th. So I would say take this as your warning, and you still have a little bit of time. So we'll talk about some tips and everything regarding that. So we'll get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it. And if you want to get our deal checklist, 17 steps where you can save thousands off of your new Tesla, definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. Use promo code YouTube for the first 50 people. Get 40% off. And we also do have a giveaway on the channel right now, a free giveaway. So if you want to enter in and win one of 3 Tesla robots that I'm shipping to you from our collection right here, then it's a free giveaway. It's right there, link down below, or even in the live stream chat, so you can join in. Today's live stream is also partnered and sponsored by Aura, where you can protect your data, online data privacy, and much more, but more on that later. So Tesla is pulling back on offers. It seems they are sticking to their words as we get closer to September 30th, the deadline of the $7,500 federal tax credit. They are making payments worse, but you do have a little bit of time left. So if you want to throw in your order in, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. So you can get 3 months of full self-driving added to your Tesla vehicle. If you're already getting full self-driving, then using our Tesla referral code does support the channel as well. And so here's the post. Tesla has announced that lease prices, monthly payments, will increase by $50 a month for the Model 3 and $80 a month for the Model Y in the US on September 21st. And I think what they're doing here is because they're not confident about the $7,500 if you order by the 21st, like they're not confident they can get you in a vehicle. Or is this something to do with giving us a preview of by that time frame as well? Maybe we'll get some sort of added guidance of whether this binding contract, whether Tesla and all the different electric vehicles are going to release something with like deposits and extensions of the $7,500 if you put in your deposit or whichever. But Tesla has announced that lease prices, so Model 3 will go up. If you're curious on what the Model 3 is right now, it's $299 a month at the lowest. So that will probably go to like $349. For the Model Y, it's going to go up $80 a month. And so if you're curious what that is, it's going to be it's like $479. Very interesting number, but I guess that is in correlation with the demand there. And so that's why I've been saying this for a bit. If you know you're going to be buying a Tesla, I would just throw a deposit down. Of course, it is a non-refundable deposit, but if you know you're going to be buying a Tesla at some point, you can throw a deposit down, and of course you can kind of keep it until forever long that you want it, because putting a deposit down kind of just puts you on a list until you get the VIN and everything. That's when you really have to make a decision. Are you going to be buying the Tesla or not? So if you're going to be doing that, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you get 3 months of full self-driving added to your Tesla vehicle. And so I'm curious, what do you guys think is going to be happening after September 21st? Maybe we'll get some sort of added guidance regarding the $7,500 federal tax credit, and like whether, and if you don't know what that is, like the IRS released some guidance on that. If you've got a deposit or made some sort of payment or traded in your vehicle, you'll still be able to get the $7,500 federal tax credit, even if your delivery is past September 30th. But all the electric vehicle companies have been very, very, very tight-lipped about it and haven't said anything, which makes sense because they don't want to do anything to interrupt end of quarter sales. September is still the end of the 3rd quarter, and so of course they don't want to touch anything to do with that. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. In other news, Edmunds, they did say that the Model Y was the best Tesla vehicle, or best vehicle they've driven in 2025. They also released another statement regarding the Model 3 performance. With quick acceleration, comfy seats, and solid range, the Model 3 makes a strong case as a daily driver. Driving the Tesla is quite enjoyable overall. I mean, this sums it up for the Tesla Model 3 and the Model Y. Both of these vehicles are great daily drivers. If you want a little bit more comfort, go with the Model Y, which I think most people should go with the Model Y. But if you're someone that, likes taking those highway turns or likes going to the track, like Tesla Corsa that's coming up, use promo code Dennis then maybe a Model 3 Performance is better, more your jive. It's definitely a more funner vehicle at the end of the day to drive. And then another electric vehicle news that I thought was pretty interesting, Porsche has released their wireless charger, or released some details of their car wireless charger that is about to be coming out next year. 11 kilowatts, and I think I read somewhere it's going to be like over 100 pounds, which still very interesting, because once you get to like this autonomous robotaxi fleet type of thing, or then you don't want to be able to charge and plug something in. You just want to be able to drive over something so that it can charge and everything. In other news, I don't think I've seen a blue Model Y Performance in real life. And so here we've got some real pictures of it in the showroom. Of course, the Giga Berlin did post like their lineup, but very interesting to see. It's more kind of muted, not as bright as I would think it to be. And also maybe it's because it's in showroom, but hey, blue looks also fantastic as well, IRL or in real person. Of course, any of these colors, I think really any Tesla vehicle, you should ceramic coat it to really pull out the shine and do some paint correction. And so of course, there's plenty of shops we recommend down below in the description, and all of them have a dentist deal as well. I certainly feel like there's a ton of demand right now in terms of Tesla with the deliveries and everything. And so there's a betting forecast right here. Do people think that Tesla is going to deliver over 440,000 or even 508,000 vehicles? And a lot of people feel like this is going to be a great quarter for Tesla, which it just makes sense at the end of the day, because Tesla, with the 7,500 federal tax credit ending and everything, with all the different incentives. And I know a lot of you want the maximum discount and incentives on your Tesla vehicle, your new Tesla vehicle, but don't forget about your current vehicle as well, and where you're selling it or trading it in. Please do not sell it to Tesla. At least give givemethevin.com down below in the description a chance at giving you maximum value for your Tesla vehicle. In fact, one viewer actually got $3,000 more than Tesla gave them. So you might as well fill out the form down below and give givemethevin.com a shot to see if they can buy your vehicle at a higher price and everything. And lastly, here's an interesting video that is getting a little bit of a buzz on social media today, with what's inside, really showing the differences between Mercedes autonomous level 3 versus Tesla level 2 autonomy. And I had not realized how good Mercedes is in terms of you don't even need to look ahead straight or anything.
Teslas are level 2. This is level 3.
This is American yogurt. Right now I am in my Tesla Cybertruck. I can eat yogurt in here.
But some were quickly noticing that the autonomous version of the level 3 for Mercedes is only on select roads at select speeds, and of course select vehicles. Even though you don't have to pay attention, it's only in a select controlled environment versus like the Tesla vehicles and everything. But I thought that was pretty interesting to see. And Unplugged Performance did release a pretty badass looking Model S Plaid with their CyberHex wheels on it. I mean, this blue is really starting to grow on me, especially when you do a blue with white interior like this. Don't forget, Unplugged Performance does have a wheel trade-in program. You don't have to be in California. You can be anywhere, and you can get a value for your wheels and trade it into them when you purchase a set of new ones. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. But let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. If you're planning on financing your Tesla, then there's one thing you need to do before you even apply. Protect your credit. Seriously, because here's the wildest part. Bank of America just had a data breach recently, and they didn't even tell customers for a month. That means your social, your phone number, and your email could have already been out there, and you'd have no clue. Most companies wait on average of 277 days to report a breach. That's 9 months where your identity is exposed and you're the last to know. That's why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura constantly scans the dark web and lets me know if anything tied to me shows up, my social, bank info, or any of my personal information. And that's not just for breaches. There's so many different tools I use with Aura. Want to reduce those pesky spam calls? Aura's got it. Want to remove your data like your addresses, phone numbers from those sketchy broker sites? Aura has that too. They will also include $5 million in identity theft insurance, and everything's packed into one clean app. You can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/DennisCW. I'll put that in the description as well. Don't wait until someone else tells you your data is at risk. That's like turning on Sentry mode after your car got keyed. Protect your credit before you apply. I'm doing it, and you should too. Thanks everyone. It's not even dinner time yet. Oh, I got distracted. All right, see you drop by today. Sark, thanks for coming in. Blueberry, great to see you. Tesla 54, great to see you as well. Doug, thanks for coming in. Director Daniel Mason, thanks for dropping by. Tesla 54. Clutch, thanks for coming by. And thank you all for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. If you're just joining in, welcome. We've got a warning from Tesla that Tesla monthly payments, lease payments specifically for the Model 3 and the Model Y, will increase in about 15 days at this point, 2 weeks. $50 for the Model 3 and $80 for the Tesla Model Y. Can't wait to get my Model 3 Performance blue with black interior. Oh, I thought you picked it up already. Well, congrats on you for picking up very, very soon. Any thoughts if I should get smaller rims for the car? I live in New York. I think Out of Spec has a square setup that they run. We take a look at that because square setups are cool. I prefer square setups because you can rotate the tires and everything, and maybe switch to a square setup for daily driving, and then the performance wheels put on like winters. I don't know if that makes sense actually either for that, but maybe that's what I would do. But I mean, it's hard to give up the Model 3 Performance wheels because they look a lot nicer. Hey, so my friend is looking to possibly at a hardware 4 Model Y. She is also considering a used one if it could be hardware 4. I'm wondering if you have any opinions on a used one. Big question. So it's tough because, you know, I certainly am in the camp of buying used as well, but it really depends on, are you paying cash and are you not financing? Because there's better interest rates if you're buying a brand new one. And also, do you qualify for the $7,500 federal tax credit or not? But I think we just found a massive loophole for the used EV tax credit as well. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Where's the dog? Right there. Actually, look at Tesla 54. You called it. That's why he was barking and everything. Plus, battery warranty tells us original production or at least purchase date. Battery, like you're talking about Carfax, then yeah, it shows you the original date. Clutch, my 3W all-weather floor mats arrived at my door 10 minutes ago. Nice, congrats, about to start unboxing. We also placed a service request because our car voice recognition isn't working for voice and calling. Ooh, okay. So yeah, I mean, Tesla should be able to fix it out, which would be cool. And congrats on getting your set of all-weather floor mats. That's definitely the ones I recommend. And because best value, you get a maximum 35% off if you use promo code Dennis35. Great value, lifetime warranty. We've got them on all of our Tesla and way better pricing than Tesla. And I've tried all the other different floor mat companies. 3W is the best. Just saw your dog on the floor biting a bone. Yes, 100%. Dogs barking. The Borks, Blueberry, 100%. Not interested in Lux package, just need unlimited charging. Salt Foundation series for $89,000 for Foundation Cybertruck. Now I can't find anything like that. Do you think I can help? No, unfortunately, those are very rare. I think I saw the same one that was posted on X for a short period of time and someone scooped it up because those arguably could be the best deal. But you have to kind of itemize like how much free supercharging is worth to you. Like right now, after 2 months of ownership, we've definitely tried to supercharge exclusively 100%, and the maximum value, like versus me charging at home, I'm saving maybe $400 to $500 a month. So $400, let's just call it on the low end, 400 times 12 in 1 year, that will save me $4,800 over the course of 4 years, maybe $20,000. But you got to think about how many miles will be on that truck as well. So there's a lot of like give and take, and of course I'm trying to really extract the most value to see like what is it like to try and see the most value from that. But more than likely, you might not be in California, or maybe you are. The stats say that 1 in 4 of you are. But free supercharging is only worth it for high cost of living states that like we are. But if you live in a place that's like 10 cents for a kilowatt, like I think the average across the United States is 10 cents, then really how much are you really saving by going to free supercharging? Because to give you some quick math, if it's a 123 kilowatt battery at 10 cents, your fill up is $12. So if you go to the supercharger and save yourself $12, like, are you really saving money there? But when I go to the supercharger in California, you know, one fill up is, you know, $35 to $40. And if I can combine that with errands, I wouldn't just go and just sit in my car. I would combine it with some sort of errands. Sark, can't wait to get my Model Y. Thank you, Dennis, for the full self-driving deal. No, thank you, Sark. Thanks for dropping by as well. And can't wait for you to pick up your new Tesla with full self-driving. If you guys are wondering what Sark is talking about, we do have a half off full self-driving deal that does work with pending deliveries. If you want to get pointed in the right direction, send me a DM on Instagram so that we can add you to the list. Clutch, Robotaxi is here in public release in the App Store. I am joining the waitlist for the Bay Area Robotaxi. Can't wait till they are truly autonomous. Yes, forgot to talk about that and add it to to the list. But yes, Robotaxi is now in wide release, and I guess we could talk about that afterwards as well. In this next topic, quick PSA. If you're worried about your delivery date, if you just placed a Tesla order and it says September, or maybe at some point this might start to say October, but if you're worried about not taking delivery by the end of September for the $7,500 federal tax credit, here are a couple different tips that you can do. Like if your screen says September of 2025, it has no estimated delivery date like September 9th to 20th or whichever, and it's very, elusive like this. Here are the steps that you can take to try and either bump that up or, more importantly, try and switch to a different vehicle that is coming in a little bit sooner so that you can pick it up before September 30th. And so here's what you can do. Of course, you can ask Tesla if similar inventory is inbound. So you have to be a little bit flexible with colors, interior colors, wheels, and whichever. I mean, it could be worth it if you're worried about risking the $7,500. You can also check for demo vehicles, or even ask them if there's a demo vehicle with a discount. Sometimes it's worth it to switch. I mean, even if it's like 1,000 miles with $1,000 off, but you're at risk of losing $7,500, it could be worth it to switch to that as well. And my best tips, I feel like, is of course call, text, or just go into the store, see if they can pull up inventory, because the Tesla advisors at the store have access to inventory that we might not be able to see sometimes on the website. Maybe some vehicles that are coming out of demo status or about to come out of demo status that they can assign to your order and get you delivery. And so hopefully those are some top 3 tips that you can get started on to see if you can get delivery ASAP. Now that you've bought your Tesla, or you're about to buy your Tesla, did you know that it comes with 0 accessories? Seriously, not even a phone mount. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In my opinion, there's a few must-haves that every Tesla owner should get, like a phone mount so your phone doesn't fly off during acceleration, a center console organizer because without it, you're going to lose a bunch of stuff, and my newest favorite, an invisible underscreen station mount from Jowa, a great place to store sunglasses. And all of these accessories, plus more, you can get from our partner Jowa. And these accessories are good because I actually use all of their stuff. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, you can save some money and support the channel as well. But Jowa doesn't stop at just the basics. They've got a wireless game controller that fits perfectly in the glove box, a portable air compressor for peace of mind on those long road trips, and even an electric scooter, because why walk from the superchargers or level 2 chargers? So not only will you save some money by using our promo code down below in the description, you can also get free shipping on orders over $120. So definitely check it out, link down below in the description. Thank you to Jowa for partnering with us on this channel, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. Does Model 3 Performance have hardware 3? Yours 2022 more than likely has hardware 3. I think that was around 2020 is when they went from 2.5 to 3. Hardware 4 is going to be the refresh. Darius, is there any way to get loaner on a service day? I have one on the 16th. In terms of like 100% getting a loaner, like more than likely they have loaners at where you're going, but they don't promise it in terms of guaranteeing it. So there's no way of guaranteeing it. Kalani, hi Dennis, thank you so much for your time. You've helped my goals come true. Took delivery of a Model Y a couple weeks ago in Kauai. Nice. Send me your Venmo. I want to give you a gift. Mahalo. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. I don't actually put my Venmo anywhere, but I guess I could put it here and see if you guys want to send up. We also have like buy a coffee down below. You don't actually have to send me a Venmo. You could just buy our checklist and get some more value out of your money and everything. Or I think you could actually like tip via YouTube now, and actually like tips is tax free according to the new thing. But if you're traveling away from home, yes. Clutch, when do you do home charging in California? I heard PG has something for electric vehicles. They reduce your electric bill. Not sure. We will check with them. Yes. So California and most utilities across the United States actually have what's called a time of use. You have to call them and say, hey, I just bought an electric vehicle. Actually, there's some states that have incentives on the utility side if you bought an electric vehicle. Like in California, like you can get like an extra $500 to $1,000 depending. But yes, it's what's called time of use, in which once you tell them you have an electric vehicle, time periods where there's less load on the grid, like 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. If you plug in, it's like 20 cents. Like for us, it's like 20 cents. But if you plug in like 1 to 4 p.m. on the afternoon, then it's like 30 cents. And so it has fluctuation. But the one thing for sure, like I used to not be a believer in this, but utility rates and everything have gone up year over year over year. And so we might get to a point where, you know, that your electricity is going to be pretty expensive, or maybe what was expensive as gas or something. Director, I was trying to think, I was trying to say, I think I used Forward 4 can be identified by offering the 3-month full self-driving trial. I think hardware 3 models are not offering that because they're less confident. No, I think they're offering it to everybody because they're trying to get more utilization of the full self-driving. Rana, I charged 2016 Model X for 200K miles, save a total of 60K. I live in the Bay. Yeah, I mean, that's sick, actually. And maybe that's what's going to happen with the Cybertruck. We're just going to go as high mileage. I mean, there's people that already have like 80K, 90K on the Cybertruck. And yeah, I mean, if you can pay off a whole vehicle using charging rates, that could be pretty crazy for sure over the lifetime of the vehicle. Clutch, this is my first time for Tesla service. Will they give me a loaner or will they provide me a ride home? More than likely, they will give you a loaner. You could try and look up on forums to see if there is a Tesla service location that does give loaners. I think a lot of them do, but it's also based upon like capability or capacity and everything. So you have to see if they have them available. And there's really no way sometimes they actually do send you a message like, hey, this is what our loaner policy is, or whichever, so that you can try and make sure you get into it, everything. Tesla 54, Dennis, what was the website for rims, wheels, Unplugged Performance? They have a wheel training program. Link down below. There's a promo link, and which once you sign up, you get a promo off your first order. Different. Some utility companies will help with the install price of your charger. Yes, actually, that is 100%. Like for us, we were able to get $1,000 back, but you do have to follow their rules in terms of like permit, make, of course, an electrician, and of course receipts and everything. So just be aware of that. Like I helped a friend actually get $1,000 pretty recently for installing a charger. Tesla, what do you think about getting a screen for easier look at mile per hour dash console? I've never really been a fan of those because I feel like, you know, you get all the information you need on the middle screen, but I can see, and then I've got that phone mount in off of the screen, which of course we use Joa. I mean, I think that's good enough for me. And really, I'm always on full self-driving, and full self-driving maxes out at 85. And so really you're not going to be speeding too much over. And if you're worried, just set it to like a max of 83, 84, which in California, knock on wood, I think is like perfectly fine in terms of like, in knock on wood, not getting a ticket or something like that. I guess we'll see. In this next topic, we've got a new video. Tesla has teased us with Model YL 6-seater third row features. Let's take a quick look at this because the seats here look pretty nice. What is that? Is that like a speaker fabric underneath the center console in the second row? It's kind of interesting. Is this supposed to make that noise? There's like a weird whine there. Nice. All flat. Brand new. Lumbar, oh, the thigh extenders. Very cool. It kind of is a shame that this isn't released in the US just yet, but maybe it's because they're holding or reserving the Cyber SUV for the US, because I mean, they've got this Cybertruck lineup that, you know, if Cybertruck isn't necessarily selling in volumes, maybe just convert that to like the Cyber SUV. That could make a ton of sense for sure. But really cool to see. the new Model Y L, and fingers crossed it comes out in the US in the near future. But the one thing's for sure, if you're buying a brand new Tesla, don't forget about all-weather floor mats. And that's why we prefer 3W all-weather floor mats. Great value, lifetime warranty. We've got them in all of our Teslas. And if you use promo code Dennis35, you get 35% off, the highest offer yet. I don't think anybody has a code like that. And for 35% off, we've got them in our Model Y, Model X, S, no S actually, and other vehicles as well, Cybertruck as well. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. Get a nice discount. And of course, all the links down below do support the channel. So thank you to everybody that's used them down below in the description. Clutch, any recommendations for a phone mount to the left side of the steering wheel near the door? Because I don't like the screen mount since the steering wheel blocks your way of seeing your phone. Yeah, so the thing with that, Clutch, is like I've seen those where it's like to the left side, maybe some of them that sit on the dash, but you don't want to be looking too low, because when you look too low, you know, things could trigger. Maybe people looking inside you may think you're not necessarily looking straight. And so that's why I feel like, yes, like you do have to kind of shift a little bit or maybe rotate it to the front. But yeah, I have noticed that with the Model Y, because of the steering wheel and everything, it's like a little bit, you have to like move your body to see the full screen if you are moving. Different, if they have a loan at service, they will give you $100 lift credits. That's what happened to me. Yeah, I haven't really gotten the lift credits in a long time, so I don't know if they were still doing it, so I didn't want to say, but it used to be like Uber credits, right? But now I guess it's Lyft. Nag, thanks for coming in. Blueberry, I'm not into ASMR. I'm not into ASMR, but this is all right. Yeah, I guess it is not a regular video. It is an ASMR video. We didn't get a heads up on that. Clutch, Cybertruck, Cybercab, Cyber SUV, or Model Z coming soon. Oh yeah, and Model Q, Model 2. Yeah, there's a ton of different vehicles that are coming up soon, so it's going to be interesting quarter 4. And don't forget Model Y Performance as well. In this next topic, Elon has asked he's asked you and me for new Tesla purchase feedback. I know a lot of you out there are about to just buy a Tesla or just bought one. And Elon actually posted this, which is pretty interesting. Quote, please reply to this post with any difficulties you've had in trying to buy a Tesla. Our goal is for the purchase and delivery to be fast and simple with accurate answers to your questions. The key test is, would you recommend it to a friend? And so I feel like a lot of you out there have good feedback. So if you want to comment it down below, and maybe we'll do like a concise response to Elon at the end of the day. But of course, at the end of the day, buying a Tesla is very seamless and a lot less processes versus like going to like a normal dealership with like all the back and forth or everything. But I feel like some people need a little bit more hand holding through that process. And so that's where some good dealerships have got that down as well. And of course, our recent deliveries, our Cybertruck wasn't clean. And so that was very interesting to have one of our first deliveries be through that experience. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And we still got a truck at a fantastic deal. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think could be changed with the delivery process or even like the financing side? I get a lot of feedback of like Tesla not responding quickly with questions to, whether financing, and some people say like they're worried about their financing not getting approved all the way till like the day of, which could be nerve-wracking as well. There's a lot of different comment and feedback in through here. And so let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. And this next topic, Tesla Robotaxi is here. Now you can finally download the app for yourself, play with the UI. Anybody can actually download it and see it for yourself, even though Robotaxi is only in Austin and in the Bay Area. But now you can download, join the wait list, and of course, this will be expanding areas soon after that. So you can actually go to the App Store yourself, download the new app, and tinker around with it. A lot of people are messing around and trying to get on the wait list, and of course, compare costs as well between like the Robotaxi versus like Uber and other things like that. So pretty exciting times if you are a believer of the Robotaxi autonomous future that Tesla has as well. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button and comments, everything. See you guys in the next one. See ya.